Hello, and welcome to the Crimson Podcast, Episode 5, the Deadlxve Interview. Deadlxve is a pop rock act from California, and today I'm joined by two-thirds of them, Aaron Moore and Jet Black. We talk about the recent tour Deadlxve just got off of, their first tour in fact, how they all met, what's planned for the future, and just how they get along and what it takes for a band to get along, work together, and fulfill a outcome that they all want. I had a really good time talking with these two. And in this episode, they have honored me with giving me some exclusive info and, just some good stuff. So sit tight and take a listen.
No.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen of planet Earth, present you with Jay, aka Jet Black, and Aaron Moore of the band Deadlxve.
Hi.
Very cool, very cool. I'm glad you guys are here. Well, wherever
Likewise.
you are.
I'm here for sure.
I am also somewhere. No, we're in my house. The place where we record most of the Deadlxve stuff. Well, musically.
I like the pop figures in the back with the roses.
Oh yeah.
That's an important studio setup for sure, yeah.
That's all my girlfriend's obsessive office stuff. And then there's just like a box full of merch and random bags over there too.
Nice.
I haven't cleaned this room in a while. Don't look.
I won't. We're in different places. We're all experiencing life at the same time. But anyway, I don't know what that meant. So you guys just got off your first tour, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
The Joko promo tour.
Joker promo tour, yes.
Okay,
Did you say Joko? It sounded like Joko.
No, I speak weird. I kind of
How dare you?
No, I thought I said Joker.
Uh,
Yeah. How many dates were on that tour? I have 8 on my list.
8 sounds right.
Let's go with that. I was gonna go pull up the tour flyer, but
I think there was 8. Yeah.
8 sounds right.
Okay.
I know there were 4 in all in September.
Okay.
That was the funnest part.
Yeah. 7 or 8, something like that.
Okay.
Enough. There were enough.
You had fun?
Absolutely.
No, I hated every second of it.
Good to hear. Oh man. Yeah, I'm sure there were good times and bad times. I mean, there's stressful, but it's also exciting, and then you're like, man.
I think a lot more good than bad. Like nothing too crazy happened. Nobody got like out of hand. There was a couple times where people were late, but I mean, musicians are almost never on time. So, you just plan for that.
Okay. Yeah. I remember our last podcast, we went through a whole thing about musicians and how we are. Okay, so
Terrible. Musicians are terrible. No, I'm kidding.
we're pretty bad, yeah. We have fun though. So hey, what comes to mind? Like what sticks out to you in one of those dates? Like let me bring this up. Let's say Ukiah for the Chico show. Anything comes to mind?
Everything.
Any events?
Yeah. You first, Jay.
The Ukiah show was cool. Well, I guess we could start with the Ukiah one. The Thirsty Axe was cool. Never performed there before, so that was cool. There was a solid turnout with that one. I didn't know what to expect with that because I've never seen a concert at that venue, so that was kind of cool. I think my favorite was the last one though, the Phoenix Theater. That's where I did my first show when I was younger, and it felt right to kind of end there, just because one, that's the most welcoming venue in my opinion, especially for like underground bands and stuff like that. So in my opinion, that was probably the best show. We had a couple surprises. We brought some people out, did some things did us, and it was great.
Giggity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was cool.
Yeah, the Phoenix was great. That was definitely the best stop of the whole run. We picked the right place to end.
Oh, before I forget, who was your opener? It was only like 2 musicians, right?
We had a couple openers, but the one that we kind of promoted as our supporting act was Cinda. They kind of do their own thing now. But yeah, shout out to John and Justin and Busby because they were dope. I've never seen them live before. I've known John for years. He used to help me during my little rap phase before I did the cool stuff. I was a rapper. So
the cool stuff.
Yeah, this is the cool stuff. But John's been with me since like 2015 or something like that. Mm-hmm. So when he had his full band together and we had ours going, then I was like, yeah, we got to put them on because they just fit so well.
Yeah, I caught you guys when you played the Clear Lake Oaks.
Yeah, that was a cool show. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a fun one too. That was the first time the whole band's been able to make it to a local show. So that was really cool.
Heck yeah. Yeah, the drummer fills in all that back in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To see.
A lot more energy live.
Too. I'd had a good time. What were you saying? What was that? Sorry.
Just a lot more energy on stage live with the drummer for sure. But our drummer, we love him. He's got 2 kids, 3 kids?
Enough.
He's got enough kids, so he's a busy guy. Can't make everything.
Hey,
we understand.
We do our
life
best.
Happens.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, Cinda, I really dug actually playing with them with my band Wormhead that you're also.
Oh yeah, back in August.
Yeah, we played with them. I was impressed.
Yeah,
good stage presence. I like the songs.
Nice guys.
Really good. What was the cover they did? They do
Bath Salt.
Huh?
They did Bath Salt.
Yep.
Love that. Yeah, good times. That was fun.
And yeah, the Ukiah show. Back to that real quick. The Thirsty Axe that they hold some good shows there from what I've heard.
Yeah, it's a really cool place. They have a good sized stage, really good in-house sound system, and they have a big LED screen on the wall behind you. And the owner of the venue, I actually know him because he's the tech guy from Indo Mill, so I know him from when I used to work there.
Okay.
But
I met that guy, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you give him like your artwork and stuff ahead of time, he'll make like a little animated video and stuff, and it'll be on the screen during your set. It's super cool.
Okay. I like the presentation. I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And axe throwing is fun.
You get to do that there?
Yeah, that's like their whole thing is they just got a full bar. When we played there, they just had beer, but they have a full bar now, and then they have like 5 or 6 axe throwing lanes. We didn't axe throw the day of the show.
Okay.
But I've gone there a few times for that.
So they have a bar, they have axe throwing, and they have punk bands.
Yep.
That's just it should work. That'll probably get interesting one of these days. I'd love to go there actually. I missed out on seeing DRI there a couple years ago.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So the Joker promo tour was to promote the single Joker.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I look at that as because we there was some things that kind of stopped us from working for a little bit. I went and got married, so I had to. Thank you. I had to put things aside for a little bit, and I had to buckle down on that. I had to be the husband for a little bit. But so I kind of looked at this as our comeback. Like, okay, we're gonna hit the ground running, and I mean, we never really left, but just more of like we've been gone for 5-6 months, so now it's time to really hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Do things, So I kind of looked at it like that. Also with the first single, since I don't know, what was the last one we did? 4K.
Yeah. Higher. I think
Higher was the last song we dropped, and then So after not dropping for so long, we had one come out and we were like, I kind of threw the idea out, like, I got all these venues on hand. Let's do a little mini tour.
Yeah, it was almost an accident having that many shows. We just were like, oh yeah, let's come back. Let's play like 2 or 3 shows, let everyone know we're not dead. We'd been sitting on the song pretty much the whole time that we were on break. It was done, but we just hadn't gotten a chance to release it yet, because he sends everything off to the distributor. And he was a busy guy. But so between Jay and I, mostly Jay, I think I emailed one venue, and then Jay emailed like 10, and almost all of them got back to us, and we said yes. And we didn't realize until we had said yes to everyone's like, oh shit, we have like 8 shows booked, and a lot of them are just like back-to-back weekends. Like, all right, Joker Pro Tour, let's go.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys did it. Yeah. I was really happy for you guys when I had heard you were getting a tour ready after that break, and like you guys just mentioned, you were pretty busy before that break. It wasn't even that long, was it? Only so many months.
Like 5 months.
5 months, yeah.
Right about.
It was February was the last show we did, and then March, April, May, June, July June I got married. July, about 5 months.
Okay. Still, you guys were really busy before that, so it was appropriate break. A break was appropriate.
We're about to be real busy again.
Good. Okay, let's get into that in a minute. I want to ask about, like, could you guys break down, like, step by step how Deadlxve started?
Ooh, I love this conversation.
You want to do it? You want me to take point on this one?
It's your call.
Okay. So it really all started, huh?
That coffee looked pretty good. I need to.
Oh, dude, it's amazing. It's a white mocha with oat milk. Dude,
oat milk's pretty good. I'm surprised how good oat milk is.
Dude, my wife got me hooked on this stuff. This is amazing.
I have not hopped on the oat milk train yet.
I'm looking forward to my coffee before I leave for Paradise tonight.
Ooh, Paradise. Ooh, damn, dude.
Oh,
yeah,
Go ahead, sorry. Is that where you're doing Thanksgiving?
Yeah, my sister and her husband just moved back there. They lost their house during the fires, and I got to see them after a few years after I went to Aftershock at my dad's, and we were like, let's just go have Thanksgiving there, and yeah, gonna be there.
Nice.
Tonight. Yeah. Sorry. Back to.
Okay. So the band, it really all started for me at a concert in the park in Clear Lake. I forget the guy's name. It was a country guy. And he has a song that references Clear Lake because I guess he grew up in Sonoma County. And I'm not a fan of country music, if I'm being honest, but I went and checked it out because we don't get a lot of cool stuff here in Clear Lake. And I was watching and I was like, man, I could do this. And I was talking to my girlfriend, Heather. I was like, hey, think about maybe, us trying to start a project that's a little more like pop, still rock. I want to play guitar. That's what I like doing. But maybe I don't need to just like play breakdowns and scream about how sad I am. Maybe I can write some fun music. And I brought it up, and then like a week later we were in the car going out of town, and she asked me about it. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that. So I hopped on Facebook and I got in the Musicians of Lake County group, and I was like, hey, are there any pop singers around?
Now let me add on to that real quick. So,
as I was saying, then this guy right here.
Yeah. Now let me add on to this. So I added myself to this Facebook group a long time ago, and I've never seen one post in this ever pop up on my feed, not one time. I just happened to scroll through Facebook one day, and I see this guy's post. So in my head, I'm thinking like, okay, he wants like a pop feature, like some type of singy. He wants a song. So I was like, okay, like I can do that. So I was like, what do you need? At that time, I was just getting into singing more rock, more, I just bought my first guitar trying to learn and all this type of stuff. So at first I was like, okay, he wants a hook or he wants something fancy, some type of singy stuff. So I was like, okay, so I got a hold of him. Continue.
Yeah. So he commented on the post. He's like, what are you looking for? It was like the only person to comment on it. Like a month after we started like talking and had decided to work together, And I got like 4 more comments, and I was like, oh, you're all too late. But yeah, so I saw that. I added him and on Facebook, and I don't think we actually started talking for like another week. Mm-hmm. But I just hit him up. I was like, hey, so this is what I want to do. I want to sell out. I like literally that's how I thought of it when I
first want to fly close to the sun, kind of.
Yeah, like I literally like my plan was to just make music I hated, just like rap, like bubblegum radio pop, and
more.
I was like, but I want to do that, but I want to like throw guitars in it. I want to have cool guitar riffs, guitar solos, so I don't want to kill myself. And Jay thought it was a little lame. Yeah, but he was down, and so I started writing our first song, Making Waves, and like I wrote the first riff, the very first thing you hear in that song. And I was like, huh, this is I like this. This is cool. Like I went into it expecting to not really be into it, but it's now like I like this stuff more than the metal stuff that I usually make. So yeah, I got that song together, I sent it to Jay. Jay liked it. He came over one day. I originally wrote it in like standard tuning, and Jay was like, yeah, this is so sick, but I don't know what to throw down to this. And I was like, well, let me try something. I grabbed a different guitar that was tuned down a whole step and played it again. And like, I got 2 notes in, and Jay's got like this notebook out, just like going to town on lyrics. And by the time I finished playing the song, he had written like 90% of it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then around the same time I hit Jay up, I hit up Ryan, because you know this already, but for anyone who doesn't know, Ryan and I have known each other since I was 17. So almost 20 years now.
Ryan Gymnaites is an excellent drummer.
Yeah. So he was absolutely my first choice. I was like, hey, Ryan, I want to do like a pop thing. And he's like, yes. That was pretty much the whole conversation, with just yes. And then, yeah, from that,
you're like that. Well, that was
yeah, exactly. So from that original vision of like selling out, it's morphed into this like pop punk / like alternative rock, like dancey kind of vibe. That's actually just a lot of fun. And I feel like we kind of fit into like the new punk, genre that kind of like MGK kind of like catapulted into existence, but now there's like 1,000 people doing pop punk with trap drums. I feel like we kind of fit into that, but we also don't really sound like anyone else.
Okay.
Anything you want to add, Jay?
I've been kidnapped. I don't know what I'm doing here. They held a knife to my throat and said, make a song. And now I kind of enjoy being tortured. So this has turned into a new kink of mine.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Honesty is the best policy. I was trying to come up with some kind of reaction to that. Like, oh, okay, nothing wrong. Nothing
we don't kink shame around
Continue.
here.
Yeah, no, everything's like, since we started, like I've always liked the idea of being in a band. Like even when I first started making music in general, I wanted to be in like some type of group. So you never really saw me by myself. Like I would drop solo music constantly, but you would never see me like at a show or an interview or doing something just by myself.
So solo stuff. That's what you were up to before Deadlxve.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Before Deadlxve, when it was just Jay Willis, I did just a bunch of rap. It's all I liked, So rock was cool, but it was never my niche. Is that the word? Niche.
You were working out your skill set to where
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
a lot of still available. Any of your songs before that you want to?
All of the stuff is still available, but because I don't do that anymore, I kind of wanted to restart. That's kind of where Jet Black came into play.
Okay.
Because there was stuff that I was still writing by myself that I really liked. So, I was like, I don't want that to resemble what I used to do. So Jet Black came across where like, if I wanted to do something heavier that wouldn't fit the band, then this is where Jet Black came into play. And I work with producers that do heavier stuff, and I work with this guy and stuff like that. Like my first Jet Black single, I wanted to make sure it still had Deadlxve residue on it. So I hit up this guy, and he threw a sick solo on the end of my first song. And so it's all incorporated, but Deadlxve's my main priority. So it's kind of like if I'm feeling something that wouldn't really fit the band, that's kind of where I go into that. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, I never really liked the idea of just staying by myself. So I like the idea of being in a band. But when he first brought this to my attention, I was like, this is not gonna happen. Like this, like I was excited, but at the same time, I was like, I don't see this really. I don't know where this is gonna go. One, because I never met these guys. I didn't meet Ryan until the first day of our video shoot.
Yeah, we had
making waves.
Yeah, we had already put a song out. We had recorded 2 or 3. Yeah. At that point, the first single was already out when they first met.
Yeah, I've never met Ryan before until the day of the video shoot. And then once we did the video and we all actually clicked together, and I was like, okay, these guys are cool. I like them. And, I can vibe, So
sure, you started to see where you could fit into the whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And then just because I come from a background that these two aren't, it was a little weird for me. It was just weird for me. I mean, I didn't know where how this was gonna turn out, especially from my end. And because when I first joined the band, I was just still trying to find my voice and figure out how to sing, and like properly hit a note and stuff like that. So, I mean, our first single, we came out swinging. I mean, that's still, I hold this over my own head to this day. That's some of my best work.
Okay.
So, rest is history. Deadlxve is the gang.
All right.
Yeah.
This is all putting me in a great mood. Positive, yeah.
Good.
So you guys, you started writing songs. You met this guy online. You talked to Ryan. You put out Making Waves, and then you made the video. Can you talk about the video at all?
No, we can't.
Okay.
No.
Thought I asked.
You take it.
You first.
Okay. So the video, I thought it would be cool to, for our first single, have some type of visual art to match with it, because I've had fans that follow me into this band that want to know what it is, and then they have fans that want to know who the hell is singing for this, this stuff that they didn't think would ever come from them. I mean, this guy's a metalhead.
Say me specifically.
Yeah, he's a metalhead. Nobody ever thought, I mean, at least I can't really speak for them, but like from an outside perspective, I don't see anyone really thinking like, okay, this metalhead's going to start making pop rock. Like how the hell? Yeah, like no one expected it.
All my music friends / fans, my friends. Yeah, let's go with that.
My friends.
Yeah, all seemed pretty surprised when I started like sharing the first song on Facebook.
Right.
It's like, you did this? You?
Yeah.
So yes, I did. Thank you. Thanks for noticing.
Yeah, so this was one of those things where I was like, I feel like it'd be cool to kind of put a face to the name. So that was one reason. A second was just because I believed in the song so much, and I'm sure they did too, that I felt like a video was just necessary at this point. Okay. So we scouted a location. We all liked it. We said, hey, fuck it, let's do it type of deal, and rest is history. I mean, video came out. I feel like it kind of fit exactly with what the song is. I mean, just us jamming, having a good time. I mean, the song's about like, I don't know, what is Making Waves about? Making waves?
Literally like making it
I am,
at any cost.
I am the ocean. I made these waves.
Okay. Fun little side note, where we shot it was the old water park, which was Ryan's idea. They used to play airsoft. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. They used to play airsoft there. It's like, hey, people who own it are really cool. They said getting rock is gonna get torn down soon. They said, okay. Waves, water park, good enough. Let's do it.
So I don't get it.
Okay. So, and because it's this like dingy old abandoned water park, it's got this really cool like grungy like DIY punk vibe. And then the whole video was filmed and directed and edited by my friend Mitchell Swanton. He did the one Amortal, or not one, because I've made a few Amortal videos now myself, but the very first Amortal music video, he did that too.
Right, that's the one we talked about last time when you were in the basement and had to change.
Yeah, he did that one, and Making Waves video, and Jay's first Jet Black video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool stuff, guys. Where was I? Just had my note there. Okay, so so you guys got together and you made that music video. It seems like once you knew you kind of could work together, like as Jay said, you felt the next thing was the video. So you guys feel that helped you as a band just
gel
together in a sense, or
I think so.
I think if it wasn't for the video, I don't know when I would have met Ryan.
For
I mean, yeah.
If not for that video, our first show wouldn't have been the Greg Scott show. It would have been something else.
Probably the Oaks. Well, he wasn't even at that one, so yeah.
Yeah. But
what was the first show at again? That
Chico, the El Rey Theater.
Yeah, the video
won that, right? You guys won that radio contest or something?
Yeah, the video got us that show because we uploaded it for our competition submission. And yeah, we just got the most votes. So that
was crazy, dude.
Yeah, that ended up being our first show. And we had a week, 2 weeks to get ready for it. We had never played together in the same room at the time.
I don't think it was that. I think it was maybe a week.
Yeah. So we got together 2 or 3 times, got the backing tracks ready real fast, and we just jammed in Ryan's basement 3 days in a row and then had the show on Friday. I think that's what really cemented us as a band, was that just
the urgency. Yeah.
Yeah. And we had all worked on the songs on our own. That's kind of our methodology. I'll write the guitar parts with some basic demo drums, and then I'll send that off to Jay, and Jay will start working on lyrics, and I'll send it to Ryan without the drum tracks, and he'll listen to it with a click and kind of practice, figure out what he wants to do, and then he records the drums at home, and everyone sends it to me and I mix it. But so we all had done that, and we were used to playing the songs, and we were used to playing them to a click because we were recording on the computer. So the first time we all got in the room together, we nailed our set list out of the gate, and it was wild. We all just kind of I think there was this moment when we finished the first song where we all just kind of looked at each other and went, yes, yeah, we got this. And then we just honestly, we probably could have practiced once for that first show and been fine, but we were all scared. But
I really like the production on the video for that El Rey show. It starts with you guys going into the building, getting set up. You can kind of hear some,
sound check.
Yeah, some outtakes in the back, and then it goes right into it. And I invite anyone who's listening and watching to go check that out on Deadlxve's YouTube channel. Or is that the only place you guys have videos? Is YouTube?
As of right now, I mean,
and Facebook. I have videos on Facebook too. Fun fact about that video. Noah with the Chico Area Art Collective. Him and his crew, I think they had 2 or 3 cameras running, they filmed all that footage. And they gave it to us after the show. They're like, here you go, here's all the raw footage, do whatever you want with it. And I found a free browser-based video editor during a slow day at my old job, and I put together that whole video in an hour at work when there wasn't a lot going on.
I like that you just Googled what you're looking for. Yeah, that's funny.
But tip to anyone, just get online and do it. You'll find something. Just be stubborn until it's done, and don't be too much of a perfectionist.
Right. It's like you said in our last podcast, just go, or just start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just get you somewhere. Yeah.
You got a little nap, Cotton?
It's funny. You guys are giving me some really good stuff here. You're starting to say things before I ask them. Because I was gonna bring up what's the writing process like, and you guys naturally did it.
Oh yeah.
About that is my point.
My writing process is complicated. Mine's not simple at all.
Jay's the overthinker in the band, which used to be me, so that's nice.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I have to feel it, man. I hear a lot of people that'll go on interviews or say just whenever oh yeah, just go in and just do it. And I'm no, I don't like that. I don't like going in and just doing it because hey, it works sometimes, but I don't like going in just shitting something out and calling it a day. So I really got to make sure whatever I put down has really got to resonate with not only myself but the people listening. like we might be underground, but I still like have that mentality of like, dude, I don't care if we have 5 fans or 50,000 fans. You know, I want everything to sit like this is gonna be the next Billboard #1. So I want to make sure everything sits correctly, is in the right spot. Like I'll over polish everything on my end to make sure like I don't regret putting something out or saying, oh, I could have fixed this later on or anything like that. Like as of right now, I'm working on like 10 different songs. So I just gotta feel it. Gotta make sure it's right. You know, I want to make sure it feels good to me before, because I feel like if it doesn't feel good for me, why would it feel good for somebody else?
Right. Why would you put it out unless everyone's happy?
Right.
Everyone, it's at a point where you felt you put enough time to it.
Right.
Yeah, fair enough. So you guys are working on songs right now?
So many.
Okay. Exclusive.
Yeah. So Ryan, right before our little break finished, Ryan had a fire at his house. Everyone's okay. Everything's fine. But his basement, his like recording space,
I heard about
that's what got messed up. So actually, hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, I'll be going over to his house today to help him set up his drum mics. Fingers crossed. So we're waiting for him to be up and ready to start recording again, and then if drums take a while, a lot of the stuff he still has to like write his parts for. But I never stopped writing music. So we've got I think 10-ish like instrumentals that are done, and then there's 5 more songs that have the vocals.
Yeah, 5 damn near complete songs all right now.
Yeah. And so as soon as Ryan's ready to go, we're just gonna get him recording like crazy, and the goal is to drop a lot of new music next year.
Okay. Oh, I'm excited.
So are we.
No, I'm more excited.
I believe you.
This episode of the Crimson Podcast is brought to you by Brewster's Customs, custom car upholstery. From classic cars to your more modern vehicles. Bill at Brewster's Customs can redo, update, or revamp the inside of your vehicle's interior and more. From the headboard to the dash, right down to the floor and trunk, Brewster's could have your vehicle's interior dreams realized. Using quality materials and years of experience, Bill at Brewster's started out prepping parachutes and rigs for Navy fighter pilots. After that, he took the skills he learned and tackled automobiles. Not long ago, I was in the Brewster's workshop and found out he worked on a 1936 Ford Phantom, owned by FDR, the former president of the United States. This vehicle's back seat was enlarged to fit the former president, as he couldn't actually drive on account of his polio condition. What else? I got to see Bill work on a 1939 Cadillac, from the spare tire cover to the roll cage covers. Beautiful work. This machine took part in a race from Paris, France to Peking, China. The Cadillac had a map of this very journey on its trunk depicting the endeavor. What else? How about a 1952 Bentley, which won second in Best of Show in 2014 at the infamous Concord Day Elegance Car Show in Pebble Beach, California. Heck, a 1 of 5 1941 Chrysler Newport Indianapolis 500 pacemaker by LeBron. The red seats give it away. Richer men than you have trusted Bill in the past. So give the Brewster a call at 916-904-4095 or look him up on Instagram at Brewster's Customs, all lowercase, BREWSTERSCUTOMS, and get your dream car finished off. Thank you. Okay. Great stuff. What is the brine process? Sorry, I need to put my glasses back on.
I want to know is when the sombrero's coming out.
Sombrero? Oh, I need to go get that. You're right. I do have a sombrero, Jay. It's not really a sombrero. It's just a really wide straw hat. I use it for my work. I'm I'm a landscaper. Okay. Well, at this point, let's go into like influence for a couple minutes. At this point in time, who has like influenced your music or lyrics the most? I'll go start with Jay if you got something. Whoever pops into the brain.
Oh fuck.
So many things.
Okay. I'm gonna get a lot of backlash for this, but I don't care.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
Who's influenced your music? Yes.
To start, I know
Yes,
we're running quick, so I'll make this quick. So my wife got me into Motley Crue.
Yeah.
That was the first band that really made me want to start doing rock. So Motley Crue definitely gave me the influence to want to jump into the rock scene.
Did you see
MDK,
The Dirt? Sorry to interrupt you. Did you see The
I
Dirt?
did. That's what got me started.
Yeah.
The Dirt. I love that movie. So MGK and Andy Black from Black Veil Brides are my biggest vocal influences. My voice is raspy, so I've learned to use that to my advantage and just accept it at this point. At this point, you're not gonna get no Justin Bieber, Beyonce shit from me.
Tampico's pretty close.
Tampico was pulling fucking air out of air. That was weird.
We need a Tampico.
We do need a Tampico.
Anyway.
MGK, Andy Black, because of the raspiness that they have in their voice, really gave me that like push to be like, okay, maybe I can do that. The energy, like stage presence, is from like I would say like the energy from Metallica for sure. I saw Metallica when I was younger, so that really gave me the energy to be like, okay, bring that to the stage type of deal.
Okay. Hey, hold that thought. We're gonna take a quick break because I gotta, and then we'll start again.
And then you can answer with less panic in your voice.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's passion. He's answering with passion. We are back.
Woo!
Before our break, I interrupted Jay, and dude, Motley Crue into Metallica stage presence.
Yeah.
I like
and
that.
MGK.
I like that.
Yeah. Let me try that again. So Motley Crue made me want to do rock. Andy Black and MGK definitely inspired like my vocal presence. Metallica definitely helped with my stage presence. I really like, who have I been listening to lately? Korn. I really like Korn.
Okay. So you
Water
just got
Parks.
into Korn?
No, I've been into Korn for a while, but I've been getting deep into them lately.
Gotcha. It's been catching you.
Yeah. A lot of rap lately, which is weird. A lot of like the old, like the MySpace emo phase. I've kind of never left that, or I guess I'm just coming back into it. I guess. Like Asking Alexandria.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, Black Veil Brides, Asking Alexandria, Pierce the Veil.
Jay's young, so he's getting into this stuff late.
Sleeping with Sirens. Just a lot of that. That's just been my go-to lately. This guy's been helping me with my little what would you call it? My fry screams.
Oh, okay.
So I'm getting into that a little bit.
Cool. So that's this we're speaking of partly of what you grew up on, but also what's influencing you now. What's some hip hop that got you?
You got a list? No.
Okay. Got little Ice Cube there.
Yeah. Ice Cube, NWA. Let's see. God, I'm white, so obviously Eminem.
Yep. You like Yellow Wolf?
I love Yellow Wolf.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's American, baby.
Yes.
Hell yeah. I don't know. I like a lot of underground stuff, so a lot of stuff you probably won't hear, like you won't hear it on the radio type of deal. But like Brother Lynch, I liked a lot of like old school G Unit before 50 Cent.
Brother Lynch hung was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I did a couple shows with him. He's dope.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep. Brother Lynch. The whole strange music category. That was me.
Jelly Roll is great.
Jelly Roll's dope. Actually, I really haven't listened to a lot of Jelly Roll until recently. So that's kind of a new deal for me. Jelly Roll. I like a lot of like Twista.
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes. The fast rap stuff. That was me. That's what I did.
Yeah.
So
when everyone started, when it became like mainstream to rap really fast, at first I thought like that's impressive. It is impressive. then everyone overdid it. But yeah, like Busta Rhymes is probably the one of the best. I think.
It's cool if you're talking about something, but if you can just talk fast, then it's like it's just whatever to me. Like if you can actually hold a subject in your song and still do it, then that's cool.
Yeah, and you can understand.
Yeah, your pronunciation, like I don't know, like to me, like rappers like Logic, never been like my vibe.
Okay, all right.
Never really liked Logic. But yeah, hip hop. I could go on for days. So we'll sum it up with that.
Cool. I've been listening to Public Enemy a little bit lately.
Public Enemy, yeah, Public Enemy's dope.
Very
crossover with Anthrax is legend.
Yeah.
I liked a lot of
had to
Cool
put in
J.
something into the conversation.
I liked a lot
Not
of
a rap guy.
a lot of 80s and 90s stuff for me.
Aaron's like, Run DMC did a song with Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s. Cool. Heck yeah.
For the infamous Korn and Ice Cube crossovers.
I haven't listened to that in a long time.
Yeah.
I forgot.
What's that? I can't remember who it is, but Corey Taylor's on a big rapper song.
Tech Nine.
That's
Corey Taylor and Tech Nine did a bunch of stuff together.
Range Music has some good artists on there.
He also did one with Jonathan Davis too.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like that Corey Taylor rapping again. He has quite a few songs out again that actually is rhyming.
Yeah, it's dope.
I'll listen to Corey Taylor do anything.
Yeah.
You give me a CD that just says
your influences back in the day, Slipknot, right?
one of them. Yeah, they're way high on the list.
Okay.
See, I'll accept that. I like it. I'll run with that.
Hey, I interrupted you again, Aaron. What were you gonna say?
You could give me a CD that just is like Corey Taylor making cat noises, and I would.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah. Cool. Who's exciting you guys right now? Just top of your head.
Like music wise?
Yeah. Or any
Cool.
artist really. It could, whatever comes to mind.
I'll stick with my Black Veil Bride statement.
Okay.
All their new stuff is incredible to me.
I recently stumbled across this kind of like newer rock band called Broken Love.
Oh yeah, they're cool.
Okay.
And it makes me laugh because both bands have love in the name, but their vibe is
I noticed that. Yeah.
they're a little more like straightforward rock, fuzzy guitar tones, no like synths or anything like that. We do all of that. But still very much in like the same realm. It's really cool. It's just kind of like 70s rock with some polish. Very like garage rock.
Okay. I'm really digging Spirit Box.
Ooh,
Spirit Box.
they're sick.
She has a great voice. Their writing's really good. I think it's a good modern sound. I saw them in Aftershock, and they had the biggest. They had one of the biggest crowds for playing in the middle of the whole festival. And
Yeah,
they had an announcer who was part of like Ozzy's Boneyard and Liquid Metal. He was that guy. I don't know if you guys have listened to that.
yeah.
He was
Jose Mangan or whatever.
Yep, he was there. I was like, hey, I recognize that voice. And he was up there to introduce them because whoever throws that festival throws similar festivals across the country. And like they said, they were the number one voted. So they've been on every festival that these guys have put on. And yeah, I'm digging them a lot.
But do you know what Courtney was big for before Spirit Box was a thing?
What?
She was one of the vocalists for I Wrestled a Bear Once.
I didn't know that. What?
And not the original one. She was the second or third. I don't remember which.
Well, that blows my mind.
And then the guitar player for Spirit Box is her husband.
Yeah. Okay.
So
That blows my mind.
yeah, they're really good. I don't remember the name of the song. It's one of their more recent ones. And I made a prediction for them like about a year ago. And I was like, these guys are going to be like the gent Billie Eilish. They're going to start doing poppier stuff, but it's still going to be dark and guitar driven, and they're going to blow the fuck up. And then they dropped a song that Rotoscope, that's what it's called. And like, it really does, like, I said it as a joke, like, that vibe, but that song really does like sound like a Billie Eilish song with guitar in it.
Yeah, I don't want to say it has that mainstream feel to it or that poppy feel to it, but the fact that they went with more
But it
melodic
does.
singing kind of Well, you know what I mean. It is going that direction. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
And they're doing it their way.
Yeah. For me, I think of pop more about like production and song layers, or like, yeah, production and song structure more so than like the actual sound. Like, to me, just having like singing melodic vocals isn't pop. To me, pop is more like exhibiting that normal like verse, chorus, maybe a bridge, like 3.5 minute song, maybe shorter, and like making it all catchy and coherent based off of like one vibe or motif instead of like a riff salad. A really good example to me of like a metal song that's written with a pop mentality is Trivium's Heart From Your Hate. If you listen to that song and like really like pay attention to the structure and the layout, even though it's like chugging guitar riffs and there's like a ripping guitar solo in the bridge, like that is a pop song with heavy guitars.
Okay, I've probably heard that. I'll try to catch that later today when I'm driving.
It's a good song. It's a great song.
Yeah, what constitutes for me to me that makes like good pop music is like the fact that you said Billie Eilish and how Spirit Box is kind of them but more metal, is like her and her brother write their own songs. They did it their way, and that's what Spirit Box is doing. So if you write songs that you had a complete control over, that you love, and then it's just happens to be approachable for everyone else and everyone gets on the bandwagon too,
I guess there's like
that's the big difference for me. Yeah,
and there's like a difference between pop as a genre and pop as an industry,
right? Or pop as it just kind of happened to be popular. Yeah, it just naturally happened that way.
But the main thing to take away from pop music, even if like most of the top 40 songs are written by the same dude and sold off to pretty people, or if it's like 12 people in a room writing a song, like, and a lot of metalheads don't like to admit this, but whoever's writing those songs are great songwriters. Like, that's something I've learned just in the last year, is like how hard it is to write like a simple, like 3-minute pop song. That's actually a huge challenge. It's like I can play riffs all day. I can complicate stuff unnecessarily all day, but like sitting down and like creating something memorable and catchy and being able to like take one melody and flush it out into a song instead of just vibing with whatever comes to mind, like that is a whole different skill set.
Okay, I like how you put that. Cool. Okay, good stuff, guys.
We're kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Jay, say something. I'm talking forever.
But yeah, you leave him alone. But yeah, how you doing over there?
Oh shit.
What's that beer there?
Elysian Night Owl. I found this in Safeway the other day. It is a pumpkin ale.
Flying right at me. Cool. Okay.
It's very weird. This beer is how I know exactly what pumpkin spice tastes like now, because I'm a basic white girl. My name is Chelsea. And I love pumpkin spice lattes this time of year. And I could never quite put my finger on what the pumpkin taste was. I just like it. And this beer has that taste in it, but it's also a beer. It's very weird. I don't like it with food because there's too much going on, but by itself, it's a good time.
Is it really sweet, like pumpkin spice stuff?
Kind of. Sweet's not the right word. I really don't know how to describe it. It's just
if pumpkin was tangy.
It's just like if pumpkin was ale. You just gotta try it. It's weird.
Okay.
I like it. I don't think I would get it again. But the same brewery makes one of my favorite hazy IPAs, which is Space Dust. Which the very first time this guy came to my house, he thought I was offering him cocaine because I was like, I got Space Dust.
If you grew up in the same things that I grew up in, then you would understand, like, yo, I got some Space Dust. You want to come by and try it with me? I'm going to go, like, what are you talking about? And he pulls out this beer, and I'm not me personally, I'd rather drink liquor than beer any day. That's just me. Like, I don't drink to drink, I drink to drunk. And So, but like beers, I like Modelo's, Coronas, the light shit,
Yeah.
Summer beers.
Yeah, skunky beers. Yeah.
As you can tell by my beard, I like craft beer.
You can tell by my beard, I don't have one.
You don't?
So,
and
yeah.
Right on, guys. Yeah, I'm a whiskey and beer guy.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of whiskey though?
I just dove into it. A brand I really love is Buffalo Trace. I really like. I don't like Jack. Jack's.
Oh man.
I like Jack Honey and Jack the Fireball version of Jack. But the other ones are not good.
The honey one's good.
I'll drink a fifth of Jack just for fun.
I just had too many bad experiences drinking it, then threw up, and then now it's like in my brain that it made me throw up, I think that
I think everyone has that one alcohol that like ruined the day for them.
Rum for me, if we're talking about the one that one that got away is rum, yeah.
Speaking of whiskeys and bourbons, have you tried Angel's Envy yet?
No, there's a lot of whiskeys I haven't tried.
Okay.
Maker Mark's pretty great, though. I found that out.
Angel's Envy is a Kentucky style bourbon, and it's the only bourbon I've ever had that I can just like sip on the rocks, like just straight by itself. It's really good, but it's like $60 a bottle.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a different breed, man. I'll sip on Hennessy all day. I like Hennessy.
Okay. Yeah.
I like Hennessy. Patron, some holy water.
Ugh, that's the one I can't drink anymore.
Patron.
The ex-wife and her family ruined Patron for me.
Oh, yeah, love Patron.
Blue Ribbon.
No more ribbons for me. Nope.
Oh, okay.
No ribbons for me.
Not even PBR?
Hell no.
That's my favorite.
No.
I love PBR.
It's a very American beer. I know. It hasn't got me. I'm a Bushman.
As an IPA hipster, I love PBR. But that was like when I first got into drinking, that was like my first beer that I bought over and over again. And my friend Nikki, before he passed, like that's what we used to drink. You knew Nikki.
Yeah. Love Nikki.
So like PBR has a special place in my heart.
Sure. Best logo though. Presentation is fantastic. Oh, okay. So sorry.
And it's a part of the music community.
Yeah, our alcohol talk has gone as long as any of the other topics.
Okay. New segment. Back to the band. Music stuff.
Okay. Let's do this.
Who am I? When am I?
What's something you guys have learned in your music exploits over the years, or just in Deadlxve? Maybe this tour or something that comes up with the tour or something.
Go ahead.
For me, just a whole different approach to writing music. I've always like understood what pop music was, but I've never like understood it like with my hands, if that makes any sense. And like since starting this band, I've learned so much about like how to expand on a single musical idea instead of like creating new ones, how to write songs that really get to the point, ways to like transition from part to part. And I've learned a lot of music theory just from this band, which is surprising. Like there's been a lot of times where I was writing a song and I hit a wall and I would just start looking stuff up, like scales and relationships, and like doing that.
Is that what you referenced when you were trying to write more poppy stuff, or did you like look at other songs, like their structures, or did you just look up like certain scales and did you use another like song structure for reference? Or?
Both. It kind of just started with like, okay, I know what a pop song's supposed to be, and I'm just gonna do that, but with like more guitar riffs, and that's like how Making Waves happened. And then like I just started learning more things. I never like knew the major scale or like how relative minors and majors work, because there's not a lot of major in metal. But like, so that was one of the first things I learned, was I literally had to like go look up the major scale to do a song we were writing. And then I wanted the feeling in the bridge to change. So I was like, okay. So I looked into like relative minors, which was a thing I heard, but I didn't really understand it. I was like, okay, that's a minor scale with all the same notes as the major scale. How does that work? And now I just know how that works. So like that song is in D major, and then you get to the bridge and we switch to B minor. So the bridge gets dark, and then the last chorus kicks in and the song gets happy again. So a bunch of stuff like that. And then, well, like, now I know like all the scales and like which scale has the same note as this scale over here. Like if I'm playing in like C Phrygian, like what minor and major scale that is. Sometimes I still have to look it up. I keep a chart on my phone. I started learning like when chord progressions refer to things like what the hell they're talking about, how chords are built, how to know if I need a minor or major chord in this part of the scale. Like a bunch of stuff that I kind of knew, just from playing guitar, but now I like know it. And that's been a huge help, and it's made me better, not just at the Deadlxve and like the pop rock stuff, but it's made my metal music better too.
Okay. Yeah, you're still critically thinking about writing music. You've discovered that's still a thing, and yeah, you're learning. That's good.
Yeah, now I just know more of like the technical side and how to communicate it and like all the shortcuts instead of having to just like play things until it sounds right. Now I just like know what knowing.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
I think yeah. So
Jay?
What was the question?
What have you? What's something you've learned in your music exploits, or maybe during this last tour, that comes to mind?
That
beer.
Interesting.
God, I don't know. So I've never been just an artist. I've been show promoter, show coordinator, producer, engineer. I've been everything. So like, I guess from this tour, I've learned how to successfully put in footwork and effort to come out successful in a show.
Okay. You kind of used what you've learned in this tour.
You keep the man busy. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, as a show coordinator, I've figured out like proper techniques and ways to actually like throw a successful show. It's more than just, hey, I want to book here. Okay, expect these people to come out. It doesn't work that way. So I'm slowly learning how to use social media to our advantage. I feel like because I'm only 23, I should know all this stuff by now, but that's never interested me. So I'm just slowly learning as I go. Musically, like I said before, learning how to sing, properly use my voice without blowing it out or anything like that. So I feel like we learn something new every time we do a show or record a new song. Or
there you go, yeah.
So, just learning every day.
Okay. A couple of things come to mind. First off, do you do warm-ups before a show for your voice and all that? You have a routine? Or?
I have a routine. So I don't eat. I'll eat in the morning, and then I just don't eat until like after the show's done.
Oh, I don't either. I've tried that the last couple of shows. I feel like I have to be hungry. That's the reason I do it. I feel like
right. I mean, you want your energy, so you want to be able to like don't stuff yourself for the first meal that you eat. So like what I'll do in the morning is like usually my wife will go out, she'll like grab me like a deli sandwich or something like with enough carbs and enough to make you full without wanting to like fall back asleep type of deal, So I'll do that because I also drink and I smoke. It doesn't help at all, but I'm working on that. But a lot of it for me is like I've been told constantly by like other vocalists around me, like, oh, like learn your warm-ups, like start your you know what I mean?
Sure, go into the range.
Yeah, work your ranges, that way your vocal cords aren't so tight by the time you get on stage. But a secret behind that for me is I learned we have this little intro that we do before almost every show. We have this little intro rap that we do before every show where it helps me warm my vocals up, find my range, how much do I need to project, how it kind of helps build that up for me a little bit. So I'll usually start with that just to kind of find my range and build that vocal confidence up before we go into actually singing. But I don't have a full routine as far as to like, okay, like I'll wake up, I do this, I'll do this. The what are they? The green tea with honey Arizonas. I'll drink one of those. I'll drink one of those before every show. Um, it can't be like you pulled it out of a fridge cold though. Yeah. It's got to be like almost not warm, but just like room temperature. Sure. So I'll drink one of those while I'm setting up for the show or something like that, and the honey in it really helps. Like I could drink a full thing of honey and it just doesn't do the same. So I don't know what it is in those, but those have been the best turnout. Even before a practice, I'll go by the store, grab one of those, chug that, and be like, all right, let's go.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Freaking no, I like that. I like that when you mentioned how you have the first song of the show, you kind of that intro to see where you're at, see where the levels are at the same time, warms your voice up. That's a good way to go about it.
We used to open with Making Waves. Did you go into this while I was gone?
No. So Making Waves has been the best and worst idea ever. So at least for me. So because it was the first song we ever did, I wanted to be able to showcase how hard can I go on this song. Now there's a section in that song where I just go full power note for a solid like 30-20 seconds, and it turned into the greatest mistake I've ever made. So it's one of those.
It's hard to do live or something. Sorry.
It's extremely hard. It's hard to do just in general at this point. Like when I was recording it, I don't know what happened, but I think I was just so excited to really lay something down like that, to where I was like, I'm gonna nail this, and I just belted it. And before I realized it, I was holding it way longer than I should have. Mm-hmm. But I think it's cool. It fit. It's nice. If they didn't like it, I don't think they would have put it in. So that the hook is one of the highest notes I've ever hit in a song ever. So I just figured that key is not the easiest for me. At that point, D minor is my my best enemy.
When we first set up the set list for the Joker tour, we had that as our opener, and we did it at the first show. And Jay was like, "Hey, we need to change this. I can't sing that first. I need a couple songs to warm up." Mm-hmm. So it ended up being third rest of the run.
Which I don't feel like I feel like that was cool though. It gives people like, because that's our most popular song.
I love our tour set. I just want to play that set forever.
Yeah, it's solid. It's one of those where like it's because it's the most popular song. Like if people who follow us like actually listen to that song, and they're like, okay, like that's the song. You know what I mean? That's the Deadlxve song. But so it's cool to kind of like not kick off with that. Just have it just right in the middle to kind of give people like, oh, I know this song, you know?
Okay. Yeah, when I saw you guys in Clear Lake with Ryan, this was the second time I saw you guys. You played 4K. I really liked hearing it with the drums, and that one's sticking with me. I really like the chorus.
That's a fun song.
Yeah, what are the lyrics about? Because I'm getting a sense of things aren't clear between maybe two people. You thought it was, but
for Making Waves.
4K.
4K.
Oh, for 4K. So that song is inspired by a true story, for me at least. It's about, to sum it up, it's a toxic relationship. It's about, giving your all into somebody and it's just not being reciprocated. And then that Caught You in 4K line is about, wow, this is going to get a lot deeper than I mean it to, but it's about like, you think that they're giving you their all, when in reality they're giving that same energy to somebody else. So I caught you in 4K.
Yeah, and I get that sense in the song for sure, and I'm getting a whole almost like they thought it was clear than it wasn't, so
can you take it away? Nothing will be the same. Since I'm falling apart, I'm insecure. Okay, so the first verse is basically talking about like I'm just going through all this pain, like I don't think I'm ever going to be able to recover from this type of deal. Like nothing is going to be the same once this whole battle is done. Like the aftermath will never recover from this.
This is a pretty personal song, actually.
It's a really personal song. Okay. The second verse is about trying to pick yourself back up. So it's like, so this is another goodbye moving forward while I'm pressing rewind. So I'm moving forward while I'm trying to delete all those memories that we made. And then you bring out every demon I have. When you said you love me, I thought it would last. In fact, it's kind of self-explanatory. And then the bridge is where it really comes in. So I kind of entangled that with the breakdown. So if there's something in me that you really want, I'm gonna tell you, just forget it. This is all dead love.
Oh,
so
okay, yeah.
Kind of funny because dead love, but
yeah, it's always cool when the title or the song or the band's actually in the song.
Yeah. So that's really about like if you try to come back, like there's nothing, like what we had is dead. There's nothing coming back.
You killed that part of me.
Exactly.
Good stuff, guys. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's 4K.
Just a little fun aside about that bridge line.
Yes.
Jay's really good at taking like a vague idea that I have and making it really deep. Because that bridge is pretty heavy. Like it's almost like a breakdown from like a song I would do for my solo project. And I was like, I guess, yeah. It took me writing 4 songs for the band before I slipped up and did something too heavy, but it worked. But there's like that attention. Yeah. So there's that pause right there, and I text Jay one day. I was like, hey, it'd be really cool in the bridge of this song is if we just like screamed the band name. If we were just like, and like a day later, Jay like writes this bridge line that's all like epic and works the band name into it. It's like, okay, so you just took my dumb little shower thought and like made it super deep and cool.
Like whether you know who's singing the song or not, that line just makes sense.
I dig it. Going back to the tour real quick. A second ago, I was looking at your Instagram page. I'm digging the photos on there. Whoever's taking your photos, I think they got a
few people.
Yeah, we got a couple.
I noticed a photo. Let's see here. It's at the Powerhouse Folsom.
Powerhouse and my personal Instagram?
Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. That wasn't even a Deadlxve.
Yeah, that was the first Jet Black show.
Gotcha. I was mixing up Instagrams, but still, the guy who I'm looking at's right next to a Dragon has a Nirvana shirt. He was like, I saw him.
Yeah, I feel like we should talk about him.
Show too.
Yeah, we should talk about him a little bit. Give him that credit because he did help a lot. So that's Brandon. Brandon is now creating his own music. Goes by the name Brandel.
Okay.
That's just a little nickname that my wife and I kind of came up with one day, and he ran with it, which is dope. So Brandel is my vocal tech on stage. That's just the professional name I give him because I don't know what else you would call that. But so without giving too many secrets away on my end, I run special effects when I perform. So for my vocals, that way it doesn't sound all grimy and gross, and you know what I mean? Okay. So he helps run those as I'm performing. And then during the Joker tour, because it's the Joker tour, we wanted to kind of put some emphasis behind that. Me and him sat down one day, and he kind of came up with this skit idea. So I ran it past them, and they liked it. So we recorded this whole thing, and then I'm sure you saw it because you saw one of the shows. He comes out in a mask, and
I was about to ask. Okay, same guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the same guy. He comes out, does the mask, and then he helps sing the last song, Joker.
Yeah, basically like a friend featuring on the song live, but then we kind of took that to the next level with like.
Yeah, I liked how when I saw that, I liked how you guys stepped up your game with the stage show a little bit. I saw that's what came through to me. Yeah.
Yeah, when we first started prepping for this tour, I was like, we gotta come out with some sick entrance. We gotta get some type of little skit going. We gotta do.
The mask is pretty cool.
The mask came out sick. I was really surprised on that one. That came out a lot cooler than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, that was an attention grabber. Every show, every stop of the tour, someone would come up to us and be like, that part at the end, I was like in it. I didn't know for a second. I didn't realize it was a part of the show. I was like scared. That's the thing everyone remembered. Cool. That's what we wanted.
Yeah, it was tight.
It's gonna be hard to like top it the next run of shows.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so that's Brandon. He really helped out a lot. Yeah. So shout out to him.
He's the official band homie and hype man.
This episode of the Crimson Podcast is brought to you by Alchemic Audio. What is Alchemic Audio? It's an audio recording service that comes to you. Are you a musician that hates to travel to record? Alchemic Audio may be what you want. Operating within Northern California, owner and operating engineer Aaron Moore will travel. Are you in a band, solo act, on a limited budget? Well, Alchemic Audio will abide. Demos, singles, and albums, it's all within your grasp. Search for Alchemic Audio on Facebook, Instagram, and SoundCloud for pricing and sample recordings. Links to Alchemic Audio and Aaron Moore will be in the descriptions below. Now let's get back to the podcast. Thanks.
So so you guys have a texting for Deadlxve. You have a texting, I don't know what to call it, a service.
Yeah, so it's basically
people can text you.
Yes. So basically what that is if we have any announcements coming up, you can just text the number and then you put yourself into our contact list, and you basically get the text with the band, whether you want to give compliments or you have anything you want to say to us. Once we see it, we get right back to you. And it's basically a personal way. If we don't see your DM on Facebook or Instagram or anything like that, it's basically just a personal way for them to reach out and just get a hold of us. I'm very personal with the people who appreciate the music that I'm involved with. I'm sure they can say the same thing. If you support us, that's a whole different amount of love for you because you're showing us that support, So if anyone wants to reach out, oh, this song hit me a certain way, or I really like this, or if you have a question about a line in a song, it just doesn't make sense to me, anything really, then one of us are going to get back and be like, yeah, so, I love you. You know what I mean?
There you go. Well, that's cool. That's a cool thing. Yeah. And, if anyone texts you positive stuff like that, that means that would mean a lot to me, I think, because they're going an extra mile.
Absolutely.
Most of it's just me texting dick jokes. So Jay will see.
That's what I was getting at. I was going to say, okay, you'll get some good, honest messages, but there's going to be some outrageous stuff too. I'll
respond right back. That. So,
hey, you can text us and tell us we suck and we're the worst band you've ever
that was
seen or
me.
heard in your life.
When you read that the other day, that was me. Yeah.
And that's fine, because guess what? Now the band has your phone number, and you're gonna hear about every show and every merch drop and every new single.
Oh yeah, that doesn't
jokes
go
on
away.
You.
That doesn't go away.
When I saw that you guys had that, I thought, okay, cool. I thought that was a cool idea, but I was imagining all of our friends that we all know. It's like, hey, what are you wearing?
Yeah, it's kind of like the old email lists, but it's a little more direct and personal. You can actually text us back.
See, and I'm a smart ass though, so if you try to hit the Deadlxve chat, what are you wearing? I'm gonna tell you nothing. Yeah. And I'm gonna run with it. And if you want to get dirty, then we can get dirty.
I'm gonna just.
But you're not inviting that. Let's be clear. You're not inviting that.
I'm not inviting it. No, hell no. Please don't do that.
Right.
If I happen to be the one who sees it when you text it, what are you wearing? You're just gonna get a picture of my dog in boxers.
Okay, yeah, you gotta entertain yourselves, in life. Yeah. Okay, but so this texting service, which I'll put the thing right here somewhere on the screen. It's kind of like a newsletter outreach with your fans to get show updates and just
new merch, shows, announcements. When this drops, you'll probably get one about this. So anything that involves us that we are willing to go public with is basically an announcement in the text chain.
Drunken I love you texts at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
That was me again. That was all. Okay. I'm sorry. I was inebriated. All right. Okay. In a minute we'll take a break, and actually let's do that right now, and then we'll wrap it up.
All right.
Thank you. Here's the button, and we're back.
Jazz hands.
There we go. We're back with the sugar-free sun kiss.
And a fortune cookie.
We got an unboxing at the end of the podcast.
Oh, you want to save it for the end? I was gonna get it right now, but I'll wait.
Oh, yes, I do. Sorry.
Okay.
You look bummed about it.
Listen to the sound.
Oh, that's great. Someone's driving in their car listening to this. Just like, what the hell, dude?
It's ASMR. That's what that is, right?
Sure.
So before I forget, I want to just mention this while it's fresh on my mind.
Okay.
So this tour could not have happened without a specific people.
A people.
Multiple A peoples. So
Me mostly.
yeah. So my sister Lori, she was our photographer for a couple shows. I guess we should shout out the supporting band. So definitely Cinda. Blood Honey was cool. I already said Cinda.
Blood Honey and Pretty Pills both helped us out on a few shows.
Pretty Pills, yeah.
Strychnine.
Strychnine. We love Strychnine.
Hey, I'm in that band too.
Yeah. Who else? His Lady, My Lady.
Heather and Izzy, respectively.
Yeah.
Both huge helps every step of the way.
Hell yeah. Who else? We said Brandon.
Yeah.
Mr. Brandle.
Anth, specifically from Blood Honey, for bringing subwoofers and a mixer to a show, even though I dropped one of those on my foot. That still hurts.
Yep. Anth went hard in the paint for that. Who else? Mr. Josh. Josh is cool.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Joshua, Shua, as I like to call him, DeWalt. Good friend of the band. Early teaser. Might be working with us in the future on some stuff.
Okay. Who else? Is that really it? Oh, I can't remember his name. I think his name was Cody. The other photographer from the last show.
Oh yeah, the guy who just hit us up on Instagram was like, "Hey, can I take pictures?"
Yeah.
Yeah, Cody sounds right.
Yeah.
Baby Ghost.
Baby Ghost.
Gosh, shout out Baby Ghost.
Love Ghost.
Do we want to start drama and specifically not shout out a band from the Phoenix show? Give them an anti shout out, or do we just?
I don't know who you're talking about, man.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you don't want to do that?
Oh no, it's already done.
Well, real quick.
I don't even know who they are.
Okay.
I was gonna get into like any like horror stories from the tour. Is the one you're talking about in a photo on your Instagram by chance that you?
No.
Okay.
No, we don't show them love because they did us dirty. So we don't.
It's not a horror story. Just Jay was talking to a member of a band, and another member of the band started talking shit about everyone on the bill, saying stuff like, "Oh yeah, we're like the only good band here tonight. We're the only ones with any talent."
Talking to me, not realizing that I was the singer for Deadlxve.
And Jay's just like, "Hey, I'm the singer for Deadlxve, and I'm the one who booked you on this show."
Well,
like,
damn.
Yeah.
So they get an anti shout out. We're not even gonna say their name.
We don't like them.
They don't sound intelligent, especially since they just talk, and then the band is in front of them. So
yeah,
I wouldn't stress yourselves out about it any further.
No.
All the venues. Thank you to all of them. They're all super cool.
Let's go in order, shall we? We got the Moose Lodge. I don't like to use that first show as a tour show because I feel like that was more of like a warm up.
Because Ryan wasn't there.
Yeah. So we'll go the Moose Lodge. What was after the Moose Lodge?
Studio Inn.
Thirsty Acts.
On the Y.
On the W.
The Phoenix. There's another one in there that I forget. Oh, and the Whiskey Tip.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Okay, we'll come back to that. That was a little bit of a nightmare. That show turned around by the end of it, but that Whiskey Tip show, there's a little bit of a tour horror story in there.
Gotcha. Well,
and then also shout out to Zane. What's his last name?
Lambert? I don't know. That little homie's so cool though. I love Zane, dude.
What's his last name? Lambert? I think it was.
That
Lambert?
Sounds right. Little 17-year-old kid that was trained by Ryan.
18 now.
Oh, he's 18 now.
Turned 18 the day before he came up on stage and played a cover with us.
Yep. We brought him out on stage and did a song with him, and that little motherfucker's so cool.
My kid is talented.
Okay, so it's Ryan's prodigy.
Yeah, it's Ryan's student.
This is like a kung fu movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so like 2 or 3 weeks before the Phoenix show, Ryan came to us and was like, "Hey, so one of my students was at one of the shows, and he came after we did the Blink we've been covering All the Small Things by Blink-182 on this tour.
Yeah.
Great song, super fun. Crowd loves it. But I guess Ryan was telling us his student came up to him and was like, "Hey, you missed a couple things in that cover." And,
yeah.
Like just poking fun, But that it like I guess inspired Ryan. Ryan came to us and was like, "Hey, I have this student. He's super good. He plays to a click. Would it be cool if at the last show of the tour, like he came up and played the cover with us?" So that's what we did. Jay and I had one practice with him, which turned out wasn't necessary. He nailed the song first time through.
Gotcha.
But yeah, at the last show, we brought him up. Ryan gave like a little speech, played the song, and then we're all done. We gave him a shirt, and now he's like part of the Deadlxve extended family.
That's a cool story. I like that. Very cool. Yeah, that's a good story of the tour.
Probably it for shout outs, I think.
Yeah.
You guys are nice guys. Yeah.
But we try.
Yeah.
We show respect where respect is due.
Yeah.
I'll put links for all these. If the venues have links to social media, I'll be putting those up.
Yeah, definitely. Every venue was super cool. Should we dive into that brief little whiskey tip horror story? You want to hear that?
Yeah, I do. Real quick, and no. Let's do the story first, and I'll do the other thing. Okay, so horror stories of the Joker tour.
So, horror might be overstating it. It's just we scoped out all the venues online ahead of time, and when we hit up the whiskey tip, like they got back to us really fast. They were super nice. Jay mostly dealt with them over email. I read a lot of it afterwards, but Jay pretty much booked the whole tour. I think I booked 2 shows. So we looked online, and it looked like they had a stage, like a nice stage, and it looked like it was inside with lots of cool lighting and stuff. So
I do want to make this known real quick that we had some odd experiences with that venue, but I don't hate on them though.
Yeah,
we do appreciate them still. So no hate towards them at all.
Yeah, by the end of the show, we didn't lose any money. We came out ahead. There was a good turnout. It was a lot of fun. They were very welcoming and nice. So yeah, there was just a breakdown of communication and expectations, which put us all in a weird mood when we got there. But love to the venue for sure. Like, it was fun. We would go back.
Okay.
But we were expecting a stage, and they gave us the option the outside or inside, because they have a nice stage outside. And we picked inside because we did outside. We'd have to be done by 8 o'clock or something.
Something like that before dusk.
Yeah, we would have to be done super early. It was like a Friday, I think. So early wouldn't have been good. As a bar,
Gotcha.
You want to do late shows at bars because people want to be out drinking. So we find out a week before the show, maybe 2 weeks, we need to bring a sound system. We thought they had one. So thankfully, my dad and we own a pretty good sound system. So I was able to pack that up and bring it. And then Anthony, the drummer for Blood Honey, has the system. So he brought some pieces I was missing to fill it out. So that was fine. It was just a little hectic and stressful because it was last minute. And then we get there and there's no stage. There's just a
corner.
Yeah, there's the bar, and then right across from the bar there's I don't know, a 10 by 20 room. Not a big space at all. So that just kind of put us all in a weird mood because we weren't expecting that. And then Blood Honey, one of the bands that was playing the show with us, their singer was sick. He woke up puking that day, so we couldn't make it. So that was fun. But it all worked out. We got the sound system set up. We just kind of took over this corner. There was only a maybe 100 square foot area for people to dance and mosh and stuff. But it ended up being really fun. We probably only had 20, 30 people there, but in that small of a space, it was packed. So it ended up being a good time. The sound was really good. And then Blood Honey went ahead and played without their singer. Jay filled in for them on a couple songs. And then John from Cinda did some covers with them. And it ended up being a good time. Just it was almost more like a party than a show when it was all said and done. But it definitely, everything that could have gone wrong into that show went wrong. But then the show happened and everything was great.
Okay, so it's just some hiccups and some surprises,
Yeah.
but you guys figured it out. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the show where the most things went wrong.
Okay, your ability to adapt was on point that night then. Okay.
Sometimes.
That's a good story. See, there you go.
My anxiety was not happy, but by the time the show was over,
probably was like, ooh,
yeah. Oh, saying it now, it doesn't sound as bad as it felt that day.
Okay.
Soda.
Oh, okay. We're gonna wrap it up here in a minute. Oh, hey, so Aaron, last time you and I were talking on a podcast. We both found out our first concert was Weird Al Yankovic.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you seen Weird, the movie?
Yes. I just watched it like
good.
Monday, I think, or maybe last week.
I was happy with it. It was pretty freaking funny.
It was
oh, go ahead, sorry.
Just say it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I loved every minute of it.
One of my favorite parts is when the accordion salesman comes to sell him the accordion. His dad just gets so crazy and just like excessively
almost kills him.
Yeah, like throws him like 10-15 feet. Like it was just like an excessive scene.
And then afterwards, the mom's like
trying to sell him an accordion. It's like, get that out of my house.
And then right after, his mom's like, we'll take the accordion. And the guy's like trying to talk through a busted face.
Yeah. I thought that was a good movie. Anyway, I wanted to ask you about that real quick. So you guys are working on music right now. You would say a successful tour, right? And,
yeah, definitely.
So is there anything coming up, or you're on writing and you're gonna see about shows and all that? And
the next what?
The next song?
We can. Well, we can't be too specific because there's a lot of stuff still up in the air. But we know what the next release is gonna be as soon as Ryan's ready to record it. And then we have show plans for next year. We're just working on booking right now.
Okay.
So everything's kind of up in the air until things get a little more finite. But yeah, you want to drop the name of the next song?
The next Deadlxve song is called Toxic Infliction.
Okay.
And if you want, Bo, I can send you the cover art for it because that's ready to go if you want to have it to like show while we're talking about it.
Sure, if that's okay with you guys. This will be out next week, so maybe be more clear. But yeah,
we're still working on the fine details and everything, so we're not ready for release just yet. But I mean, yeah, the next single from Deadlxve is going to be called Toxic Infliction.
If everything goes according to plan, it'll probably drop mid to late January. Don't hold us to that.
Okay. I like it.
And then, yeah, we have like the next 4 songs after that ready to go too. Everything's just kind of waiting on Ryan to get back on his feet from what happened to his house. But we can go ahead and start teasing this one a little bit. I just sent you the artwork in a Facebook message. It's pretty cool, if I do say so myself.
All right,
and then our aim for next year is to play about a show a month. As many of those with Ryan as we can, but he's busy. He's a busy guy. He's got kids, full-time job. We understand. So some of those will probably just be the 2 of us. With Ryan's drum performances in the backing tracks. He's always there with us in spirit, even if he can't make it to the show.
All right. Sounds good, guys. Okay, so you want to plug anything else? Where can we find you on social media? You guys got TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and all that. Yeah.
Basically at Deadlxve Music for everything.
Yeah, we are everywhere. And thankfully, we spelled our name wrong. So we do really good on Google results. So if you just type in Deadlxve, Deadlxve, you'll find us everywhere. We come up. I think somebody else has a song by the same name, but we usually beat that out in search results. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, maybe LinkedIn. I don't even know. Probably not.
No, Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're on Twitter, but we
Apple
don't use it.
Spotify, yeah.
Yeah,
Everything.
all the streamers. We're everywhere. Come out to a show. We've got some old school burn CDs that are handwritten by this guy that we just give out.
Okay.
So if you like having physical media, we got that too. Hell, hit us up and maybe we'll mail it. We can mail it to you or something.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Got
and you guys have a website too, I noticed, with which links to everything you mentioned.
Yep.
Okay.
And a link tree.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see here.
Which reminds me, after this, we got to film a TikTok.
We do.
Okay. When we started the conversation, did you have your phone out recording the screen?
Oh, I was posting to the story, our Instagram story.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Ooh, I'm excited. All right.
Jay's in charge of Instagram.
Who's in charge of TikTok? You?
That one we share,
Okay.
but Jay's younger, so he's more in tune with like the sushi needs.
I just work here, man.
You do a lot more than work here.
Yeah, you were kidnapped, right?
Yeah, I was. That's a fact.
Yeah.
I feel like this doesn't. I mean, this involves Deadlxve to an extent, but it doesn't. If you want to hear some solo stuff from me and Aaron, I have an album dropping soon with some like a solo project dropping soon with this guy on it. So if you need your Deadlxve fix and you want something newer until our band stuff drops, that's coming out. But that's all I'm gonna put into that.
Ooh,
Okay, I'll
actually,
yeah.
Let me name drop something specific from Jay's project. Check out Jet Black's song Mosh Pit. Mosh Pit remix specifically because it's his song, but he has Baby Ghost, who played the last show of the tour with us, on a verse, and then I'm on a verse in the song doing metal vocals.
Cool. Okay. I'll put a link when I find it on the
very different from Deadlxve for sure, but a lot of fun.
Okay. Jay, I don't know if you mentioned it. Is there a time frame when that will be out or?
Nothing yet. I'm still trying to work out fine details with that.
Okay.
Like I said from the start, Deadlxve is my main priority, no matter what. So anything solo that you hear from me is not to be taken as you're gonna get a merch drop and a tour with this album. Like, no, you're not gonna get anything with this other than I have solo stuff that I like and I think is cool, but there's still Deadlxve influence on it. Like, there's a Deadlxve song on the album, just because I want it to be as close to. It's like if Deadlxve had a baby. That's about all. That's about it. So there's no time frame just yet. Maybe early next year. What's next year? 23.
Yeah. Dear God.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but other than that, that's about it. Yeah, you'll see something about it. I just announced it last night. The cover art is live. It's called Blackout.
Oh, I'm
I
looking
feel
at
like
it
it
right
only makes
now.
sense since my name is Jet Black.
Right. Whoever's listening to this, check Jay out on Jet Black on Instagram. So it's Jet Black DL JETBLAECK.DL. Heck yeah. I like the cover art. I like the dragon. Is that dragon?
It's a
Oh, it's a crow or something. Yeah.
yeah. So there's a crow in the back, and then it's a silhouette of me with angel wings and devil horns. Because I'm a walking purgatory.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right, guys, digging it. All right.
Fortune cookie time.
Oh yeah, fortune cookie time unboxing. Okay.
All right.
Aaron's
It's
got
from
this.
Panda Express.
Woo. That's traveled many miles.
If only. I hope you can really hear that crinkling.
Where's the nearest Panda Express?
Ukiah.
Yeah, we're Santa Rosa. This one came from Chico.
Oh.
Exclusively from Chico.
Yeah.
And when you guys played there?
No.
It probably
I
be
went
still good. Yeah.
I was there last Friday for a minor medical procedure.
Gotcha.
And my lovely girlfriend Heather took me to Panda Express to make me feel better after my surgery. So, anyway,
Chinese food only makes me feel better in like the beginning of when I eat it. Later on, no. But go ahead. Fortune.
I have a problem with fast food. Anyway, so the fortune says your winning personality is your greatest asset.
Oh.
That's better than the last few I got.
Oh.
I guess the accuracy is yet to be determined by how this podcast is received.
I thought I would get a crunch in the audio. I didn't hear a crunch.
Hang on. I'm going to help you out here.
People listening, it's like, ooh.
Or just ruin this for half your audience at the very end.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Bo's mom.
I think she listens to this. I don't know. All right, guys. I really appreciate your time, and your attitudes are great. I love it. I love what you're doing.
Well, thanks for having us.
I love what'd your fortune cookie said? Your can-do attitude or something like that?
Your winning personality is your greatest asset.
Well, your winning personalities are doing it for me.
Are they winning?
I had nothing yet.
Are we winning?
Winners. Damn it.
Nice.
All right. You guys stay happy and healthy. Have a good holiday season. And yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, man.
Later.